food and
Here we are, guys. We're live. We're live. Woo! I'm really liking the way this camera is looking.
Okay, so we good. So it's up right now. We're good. Let me
We're
turn
good.
that on.
So go ahead and turn this on. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I'm going to be answering questions off of his phone when I see you guys.
Let me see.
Is it pulling up? Oh, there we go.
There, go right there.
There we go. Look how nice.
Yes, clear, super clear.
Very
yeah,
nice.
you can see everything.
Everything.
Definitely.
Good thing we cleaned up today.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Been a rough morning. I'm forgetting food and doing everything. We on now.
We on.
We ain't getting off no more.
Thank you, Winter. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. So I'm going to turn the volume down on our, and I will be looking.
Oh, yeah, on my eyes, huh?
I will be looking for questions or anything because we can't. Yeah, so we'll be looking for questions. That's going to work really good.
Perfect. We in there.
So what are you cooking up for us again today?
Today I'm hooking up this vegan jambalaya. For everybody that loves jambalaya, well, I got a substitute for you. And it tastes even better.
Blessings, Gina. Blessings, Gina.
So right now we're using the, I threw the packages away, but we're using the Chipotle plant-based sausage and the Italian plant-based sausage. And we're using the jackfruit. Let me open this up so I can kind of see. And then the jackfruit substitute for the chicken content, quote unquote. And we got the jackfruit right there. And right now I'm just chopping everything up. We chopped the veggies up. We were using red, green, yellow bell peppers with a red onion, some garlic, and some chopped tomatoes. And I'm going to saute all that. Oh yeah, and some celery stalks. Diced everything up. So right now I'm just going in, slicing and dicing these vegan sausages. And these things are good. Good. They're going to make it awesome. Oh yeah, I'm gonna dice some of them up and keep some of them kind of bigger size, so you can feel that texture in there. Make it a lot hearty, a hearty jambalaya. So when the finished product is in, everybody gonna be like, "That's meat right there." No, that ain't no meat. That's plant-based, plant-based proteins. So this vegan jambalaya, it's a good dish, a quick dish also. The longest thing is probably the cutting. Probably about, I want to say about a good 20 minutes to cut. Altogether it's an hour, 20 minutes to cut and 40 minutes to cook. And then also I'm preparing the vegan cornbread. I'm using organic all-purpose flour, organic cornmeal, some coconut sugar. What else I'm using? A little salt in there. And the baking powder, of course. We needed the rise.
So just in case you're just joining us and you're kind of wondering what he is chopping up, I'm going to show you the brand. And what's interesting about this brand is it is soy free. So remember, we don't want any soy in our food. And the reason why we don't want any soy is because what it does to our body, especially men. We want to stay strong.
It causes cancer.
And that too, yes. So
it causes cancer.
This is what we would. It's made with. What is it made with here?
Which one?
Eggplant, fennel, fresh garlic, and red pepper. So all plant powered, right? Plant powered. Yes. All right. Thank you, Christopher, for watching. Thank you, Carla. I think it's Carlos. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. He's cooking up a jambalaya, right?
Yes, vegan jambalaya.
Vegan jambalaya, plant-powered.
Yeah, plant-powered jambalaya.
Plant-powered.
And I'm gonna drain these out the juice. You gotta get the strainer, drain these out.
Yes, I do have a strainer.
My hands are slippery. There we go. Get these open. Yeah, so just prepping all of this, and then the next thing I'm gonna do, these dang sausages got my hands all slippery. like to kind of drain it off the juices. You can do both.
So I'm gonna show you what it looks like, so you can see what it looks like. Oh, I'm sorry but that's the jackfruit, and it kind of does look like some chicken cooked up, right? Except we don't have to wash it and all that other stuff. We don't have to do none of that stuff. So for us,
up in there. Just let it strain a little bit, maybe squeeze the juice out of it on it, and then I can chop it up a little bit. I don't want to chop it up too fine because we want the chunks in there, but chop it up just enough so it can spread out. And then we can get this stove going right now. And I like that. This is a thick pot right here. This is a real thick pot. It cooks the rice better. This is the pot I'm going to actually use for the vegan Spanish rice. The thicker the pot, the better the quality of the rice will come out.
So remember that the coconut oil gets hard when it gets cold, and so what I did is I turned on my oven because we're going to have to use it, so it's warming up. And I'm just going to place the coconut. It's in a glass container, and so it's going to feel the heat coming out of the oven right here. And that'll
real fast. And we're using that coconut oil for the cornbread because you can use grapeseed, you can use the olive, you can use the avocado for that. Just don't use that canola oil or that vegetable oil. So you can use all, even though you're not necessarily supposed to cook olive oil, coconut oil, but for baking, we're gonna make an exception. We're gonna make an exception on this one.
And it's basically for the coconut oil, the reason why you're not trying to cook it in high temperatures is because you would be losing all the nutritional value.
Definitely.
So, but it doesn't mean that it would be the same as to use corn oil or canola.
It's still better. Way better.
If you're wanting to use like brine, then you would want to go with the grapeseed oil.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell them about the.
So grapeseed oil would be a way to go. And this was at Whole Foods for $10.
Oh, nice.
So, but I did notice it doesn't say cold pressed like this other one. So that could be a difference.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just meant refined. Let me tell you this alarm. I got an alarm set almost every few hours. Okay. And this is hemp milk right here. I forgot to tell you, we're gonna add this to the vegan cornbread. And you can use almond milk, walnut milk, or whatever. We're gonna use hemp milk today.
So are these tomatoes going in?
Yeah, we can use those too.
Are they gonna go in with the jambalaya?
Yes, I'm gonna saute.
Because I'm thinking of putting the other blade in here, and we can cut up the jackfruit in a pulse.
No, we don't want to do it like that. We want to keep the texture and we want the chunks, so you know, gives it that look.
Super.
Keep the texture in there. So let me heat this pot up.
All right, so let's go ahead and take this out.
You probably gotta help me out.
Oh. Yeah, she's so picky.
The first time I came, she was lighting up.
Yeah. And then after she gets to know you, she's like, no, you gotta spark my fire. There it goes.
Yeah, just let the pot
get
hot.
I love her.
And then
I love her.
Oil after. Let the pot get some heat on it. And then from there, after I do this, we need a good bowl for me to.
So I'm just showing this again because some people get worried about their coconut oil, and we just put it on there for a few, and it's already liquefying.
We only want it to get liquefied, so it just makes for a better mixture when we're mixing up everything with the flour and cornmeal and the hemp milk for the vegan cornbread. Because you don't want to use it in this shit.
Is that, you need a bigger one?
Probably a bigger one.
A bigger one, okay.
Probably a little bigger one because we're going to mix probably just a little bigger.
I have a bigger one.
All right.
I have a bigger one.
Oh yes, definitely. This will work. All right, now this should be drained out pretty good.
So I'm going to go and toss this out and then come back.
All right. So what we did was we drained it out. If you can see it. Drained it out a little bit. Got a good drain. Now I'm just gonna kind of give it a slice. I want to keep the texture in there, but give it a little. Don't want to.
So
grind it all up.
Earlier when I was cleaning the bell peppers and other things, there are stickers that I took off of them, right? Those stickers, they tell you something about your food. If it starts with a 9, if the letters start with a 9, that means it's organic.
What is the 6 digits, and then the 4 digits, or
the 4 is conventional, which means it's probably been sprayed. It could be GMO.
Definitely.
And 8 is GMO.
We're second.
And
see this. How that look?
Oh yeah, let's show them.
Looks nice.
Pick it up and just take it right to them.
Looks nice.
Looks.
I think they can probably from right here. That's a good look.
Yes, that's very nice.
That's our plant-based meat right there. That's our plant-based meat right there.
So no.
Going for our vegan jambalaya.
So man, so for those people who you know that eating meat is something that you can cut back on.
And then the jambalaya is a very signature dish for a lot of people do the gumbo. But this is our jambalaya gumbo. But this is like a popular dish right here that a lot of people like to eat. I know I love jambalaya when I used to eat meat, and I was always like, man, how can I substitute? And then when I ran into jackfruit and I had run into those, I was like, man, make me some jambalaya. Go give me some brown rice. Go give me all of the ingredients that I would have put in the conventional one. Well, conventional, but a meat-based one. And I just substituted everything and put it together. And I was like, man, this is definitely good. And actually, I'm just doing a light little chop. Want to see the bigger pieces? It's a light little chop. I want to kind of keep the chunks in there to give it that look when you're eating it or whatnot. Just kind of get the big ones out. And I never tasted it or tried it with the fresh jackfruit, so that'll be something to try.
Right, with the fresh jackfruit is a little bit more on the sweet side.
Definitely, but as you let it sit, and then when you season it properly and everything, it'll be all good. Yeah.
Well, I have some fresh. Maybe we'll have you.
Oh yeah.
Taste test
Definitely. So see that.
We're gonna have DiamondDP taste some of the RastaKitchen's food.
Definitely. Yeah, because all you gotta do is marinate the fresh jackfruit. You just marinate it, and then fresh, it always holds all the nutrients in that jackfruit. I love it. The texture, and you can just eat it raw, or you can hook it up. Oh my God, it's good.
Yeah, I have bought a jackfruit, and I was planning to cook it the way I did. But before I could get through the cooking, I actually ate half of it. Because I really love jackfruit now.
Cutting and eating.
Yes. And when you go to Berlartha, they have the big ones, right?
I knew they had them there.
They do.
Yeah,
it's about $1.29 the last time I went.
For
on
pound?
Sale, they might be 2 for $1 or $1 a pound.
Yeah.
You do not have to buy the entire piece. Just make sure you go and you have some time, because you can ask them and they'll take it to the back and they'll cut it for you if you only want a portion of the jackfruit. And that's what I did this last time.
Okay.
But
yes, the experience of cutting the jackfruit is fun. I actually
did you do it?
Tape mines, but I don't have that phone anymore.
If you wanted to see how to cut one up, I have that clip on the RastaKitchen YouTube. I'm sorry, I almost said Rasta Chick, but RastaKitchen YouTube. So check us out, subscribe. This video will be on there. I'm doing that so that you don't have to go through all of the Facebook page to find these videos. Definitely. You can go onto YouTube, you can click, leave comments.
Make sure you
subscribe. Yes.
Definitely.
Yes, please subscribe. Ask questions. And our goal is to show what we've learned, and he's done a lot more than even, because I'm really happy with just basic stuff, but I'm exploring on the outside. I'm not a big person that has to have food that looks or tastes like meat.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of people, it's all in the mind, so they be like, like with this dish right here, we ain't tell y'all, we just hooked it up. Y'all think we was cutting up chicken and sausages.
Yep.
We wouldn't even know. See,
exactly.
Should be righteous now.
Yep. So you can run it under hot water. I'm a big water conserver type of person, so if I know I can turn the oven on, I'll do that.
Have you ever explained about the microwave?
I don't have a microwave.
Yes.
I haven't had a microwave in years.
Yeah, that microwave ain't that's basically chemo to your food, radiation, and basically just kills off all of nutrients in the cells, because you know that's all chemo do. It just kills off your white cells. Your white, not your, well, your white, was it the white blood cells? Mm-hmm. It kills them off, and they don't grow back or regenerate, and you need those for what they keep oxygen. Yeah. But that chemo, well, that microwave is basically chemo to the food. So you putting all your food in the microwave, it just kills it off. You don't even got food no more. It's just glob, basically, when you use that microwave.
And the way you can do your own test is microwave some water. If you have house plants, microwave some water and then put spring water in one plant, and then use the same water, just microwave it one over the other and see what happens. But or you can look up and you can see what other people have done. But usually the microwave water, the plant will die.
It's just a radiation wave. That's all it is.
Yeah.
I think I learned that a little while ago. I stopped using the microwave so long ago. I used to just warm all my food back up.
There's a purple one too.
I can use. You know what? When I'm at home, I go through so many paper towels. Oh my god!
And I'm a tree hugger, so I'll be like, I'll use it, but I like to,
I go through
until they start using hemp. When they go into hemp, I'll probably be going through it like crazy, right?
Okay, so let's go with the sesame seeds.
Absolutely.
Let's go with the sesame seed. Heat this up.
So he's using some sesame seed oil, which is pretty good. I'm wondering if I should take them to there. Should I take them to you?
Yeah,
I'm going to take you guys to what he put in so you can see how much he used.
A lot of oil on the top, because once you start cooking, once you get that pot hot, the oil immediately gets hot.
So you see how much he put in there, right?
Not a lot, and I kind of rolled it around.
Yeah, my oven be making things
that's
hot.
That's good though. That's good. And then so
you want it to be warmed up, ready to go.
Yeah, let me turn it down a little bit, because one thing I forgot to hit up was the garlic.
So
look
again,
look how good that looks from the ingredients. Look how good all of that looks.
We got the tomatoes. We got our. Now we saved a lot of time by cutting up the bell peppers in the food processor, so we were thankful for that.
Oh, a lot of time.
And that just looks so good.
Oh yeah, I forgot I could watch over here.
Our master vegan chef, DiamondDP in the house. Thank you everyone for the blessing of sharing the video, participating. Any questions? I'm watching. Hey DC Mitchell, I know you asked about being a taste tester. If you still interested, let us know. You can come by and taste this.
Some taste testers today?
I haven't had anybody confirm, but Saturdays are tough, especially right now with soccer. Yes, because Candy said she would have been here for sure, but she's at the soccer game with her baby.
It's all good. We'll get it next time.
So we're going to see him cut up this.
This is
garlic, fresh garlic.
Garlic. That's good. I kind of some chunks in there. We want to keep some chunks in there. So they definitely missed out on this one.
Oh my goodness, yeah. I'm happy because woo-wee. But if anyone's interested in being a taste tester, in about an hour from now, if you'd like to try it out, please hit the inbox, my inbox, or you can text me at 559-273-4863, and we will give you instructions on how to get here and be a live taste tester. So yes, we want you to come and be a taste tester.
Do that right there. And as of right now, we're going to go and add.
So he's going to add the.
Put the garlic on top of there. Get hot grease.
That sesame oil, it does give a flavor to it, because I can smell that it has a different.
Definitely does.
Great dishes, thank you. Yes, He's always cooking up something good. Tomorrow, I know them enchilada casserole is going to be on point. I'm going to get my order in today. So I might take them last 2 plates he had available. Because if you were too slow, yeah.
Y'all better tune in, because I think I still maybe got a few left, because I haven't started cooking yet, but I bought quite a amount of ingredients, but you know how that goes. And I got a lot of orders so far, so, and thank you everybody that ordered and pre-ordered and, you know, made an effort to reach out. Okay, that's enough. It's just gonna be overload. But I highly appreciate it. I highly appreciate it.
That smells so good already. I think it's just that sesame.
We haven't even started doing anything yet, so we're just gonna simmer this up a little bit. Let me saute it. Give it a cool little good saute.
We're thankful for DiamondDP and the RastaKitchen today, cooking up no blood, no bones, all plant-powered food.
Definitely. It's all in the plant.
One of the things that we know as plant-powered beings is that
Earth food.
It definitely makes you feel tons better.
A lot more energy. Definitely a lot of energy. I'm gonna hook that up in there from there. Where the vegetable stock? So, oh, I got this vegetable stock right here. Vegetable broth stock or whatnot. This is a pretty cool one. Where are the ingredients at? The ingredients on it right there. There's not too much in it. Not too much in it. So got the water, carrots, celery, onions, the leeks, tomato puree, tomato, sea salt, citric acid, but we'll be alright. Sea salt, mushrooms, garlic, spices, organic. You don't see nothing made or in a facility produced by soy, meat, milk, none of that. No, you see, it's kind of like straight there. The only thing that's in there is a citric acid, and they put that in there for shelf life, but you know.
Citric acid will be in everything that's packaged. So if you were wanting to get away from that, I'll show you how you can do that.
And we could have did our own broth, but you know, it takes a little time, but so could have just got a bunch of vegetables, added some water, and pureed them real good.
Or the other thing you can do is your ends and everything that you chop that you don't use, you can put that in a freezer bag. You put that in the freezer, and then you can add your water and cook that up so that you're not actually using the parts of the vegetable you would be eating.
Definitely.
So that's looking really good.
We're going to use, how many cups is this? This I think is 32 ounces. That's like 4 good cups. So we got 4 cups of rice. So I'm going to use about both of them. I'm going to use about, you got 4 cups. So you want to double the rice. So every cup of rice, you want 2 cups of water or broth or whatnot. It makes for a perfect rice and a perfect broil. So with this 4 cups of rice, we're going to use 1 whole one. I'm not going to use the 8 cups. You maybe add as we go and see how it cooks up, because 32 ounces is basically 4 cups. So we're going to do that. First, we're going to add all of the rest of the ingredients, season it up, add the broth, put it to a boil, put it on simmer, let it cook for 40 minutes, and we're done. Then we're going to prepare the vegan cornbread. And we're going to do that in just a second, about 5 minutes, I want to say. So
nice. So you can see what these veggies are looking like.
See, they're good now. We just wanted to get them. We don't want to cook them down too much, you know. But they about ready now, so I'm going ahead and add.
And what's our fire looking like? How high did we have it? So you see the fire right there.
And this is a lot of, we're using a lot of ingredients. It's going to be hearty, definitely hearty. So we're going to go all of this first, and we just go ahead and just add it in there, and this is going to cook as it broils. It's going to pick up all the flavors and flavor the vegetables and the rice, and everything is going to just be, it's a lot, but we want it to be hearty. that's how I love mine. Sometimes when I used to do jambalaya, I used to put overload on the meat base, whatever. I like to taste, you know, not just the rice but everything, so I overloaded on it. So we're blending all of that up.
So again, we have jackfruit in here. This is not chicken. This is jackfruit.
They look like some,
It does look like chicken. So, you know, even if you don't plan on becoming a vegan, our hope is that at least you can, think about.
That you can try it. This is like these dishes right here makes meat eaters be like, oh, I'll try that. These ones, I got those kind of like, it's all in the mind. You know what I mean? So these dishes, you know, you'd be more acceptable in trying. You know, you're gonna try, because I'm pretty sure meat eaters out there looking at that and they swearing up and down we cooking up meat. You know what I mean? But this will be a dish that I guarantee you any meat eater, you will love it. It's a guarantee. It's a guarantee. I'm gonna add these beautiful tomatoes. Those beautiful tomatoes, and you can use canned tomatoes, but I always like fresh tomatoes.
I prefer fresh as much as possible. There are going to be times where you have to use a can, and that's okay. Yeah. But if you're constantly using canned items, that's where you start to see later on in years your Alzheimer's because of the metals.
Definitely.
So you wanna do your best to stay away from that. Try to buy items that come in glass containers. Lots of times you'll see them in a can or glass, and you want to get glass if you can. Yeah, add it up, add it in there.
This is just going to give it that good taste. It's going to have that rich, good taste. We're just incorporating everything. Just incorporating everything. And right now, I'm going to add the rice in a second, and then the broth. See, this is a lot.
You see them love colors, right? You see them Rasta colors in there? Definitely. The red, the yellow, the green, a little bit of the purple when you think about the onions. Royal food for royal beans. We are royal beans.
The short grain rice, I would say, is the best for this dish.
So he's using short grain rice.
Short grain. And this is 4 cups of rice. I'm just gonna put it all up in there. You're like, how are you putting your rice and all of that? Trust me, it's gonna all work.
This looks like a really quick dish for people who are in a hurry. If they prepared their cutting and stuff the night before.
Yes, definitely. So we're gonna do that like that.
And then he's getting ready to put in the.
And then we're gonna
the vegetable broth.
Yes, the vegetable broth. And like you could have added the seasoning before, but I just put everything in and add the seasoning because it's a low sodium, right? It's a low sodium vegetable broth. Was it the low sodium or did I? Yes, the low sodium, so it's not as much salt. But I'm gonna add some more seasonings to it, and I'll show you the seasonings we'll be adding in just a second. So we use that. We might end up using just both of them and let it just simmer all down. Just see how it looks when we.
So he's using 2 of the Pacific Foods vegetable broth that is low sodium. I think that's important because you want to be the one to put your own salt in.
Exactly.
They're probably going to be using the cheapest ingredients.
Exactly.
So it's really important to use your own seasoning if you can.
Yeah, we're just going to use all of them. It's going to cost like all.
Ooh, I'm so glad you brought your own pot because I sure don't have one this big. So again, if you're interested in being a taste tester, please hit the inbox or let me know right here. I'm watching right now.
Yeah, now we're gonna,
and we can get you that information.
We're gonna bring this to a boil, get it to a boil, and then we're gonna simmer it down on low for about 40 minutes. Let that rice cook up.
Thank you, everyone who's watching. We appreciate you. Any questions? I'm looking if you have any questions about the dish. You know, our goal is to show you how to do this. Obviously, some of us are going to have certain secret ingredients we want to keep just for ourselves. But for the most part, we want you to be able to get started in your vegan journey.
Definitely.
And you've been on this journey for how long now?
4 years.
4 years.
4 years in. 4 years
Did you just go cold turkey?
Cold turkey. Cold turkey. I just stopped. Detox and stop. I have my reasons. Maybe, you know, one of these days I'll explain it again. But yes, I needed to because I was too young and experiencing heart flutters and too many heartburns, and I just didn't feel right. I felt lethargic all the time. I didn't feel right. And that's from being an athlete all of my years and being super athletic and healthy. And I went through a 2-year trial and error journey in my life. And I did some things. I started back going to school, ran into some people that was vegan and asked what it was. And I was like, I need to do that. I need to detox. And here I am, 4 years later. I just quit. August 17, 2015. That's the date I quit. And that's my sobriety for meat date.
Because meat is an addiction.
Definitely.
People don't think so, and they tend to like to criticize other people about their addictions. And meat is addiction. We do not require it in order to live.
And then as you start going, like as I started going, like when I got the knowing about protein intake, where basically the amino acids, there's 22 amino acids, 9 essential amino acids that we need that the body don't produce. And so I just started learning of the things that I actually needed. And it's a lot of things that we can incorporate in our diet, just plant-based diet, and get all of the amino acids, quote unquote protein that we need. Cause that's the first thing non-vegans say. Well, where do you get your protein from? I'm like, where do you get yours from? But it's so many things, so many things.
And the thing is, the animals, they get their protein from...
We cutting out the middleman.
Right. So if you're eating meat because you feel like you gotta have protein, you're actually getting it third source, right? Because the ground has the first source.
Definitely.
The animal would be the second. The animal is getting it, and then you get it. So the best way to get your protein would be
straight from the plant.
Straight from the plants.
Plant power. Use that saffron.
Oh, you can see saffron today.
Throw a little bit up in there, and of course we got the saffron.
So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about these.
That's a good spice right there. That's good.
Oh, I'm sorry, I keep kicking you guys. I apologize.
Circulation.
Blood circulation.
Definitely, along with
saffron,
the cayenne powder. And then we got the white pepper, the paprika, and then
now, how much was this container of saffron?
That thing was like $6.99.
$6.99. And can we see the packet? Do you have it? Did you pour it all in there? Or can we see what it looks like? A little bit,
and I just been using little dabs of it.
So you only use a little bit, right?
So using little dabs of it.
There's the saffron in there. All right, really nice. Again, not everyone might not go and get this ingredient, but if you want, you would definitely try it out.
Different seasonings that since I've been vegan that I ran across, because growing up I only knew seasoning salt, garlic, salt. I ain't know about all of these herbs. What's that, the white pepper?
White pepper.
If y'all ain't got white pepper, go get you some white pepper. That pepper, I mean, it's black pepper is cool, but that white pepper, it just does something to your dish. It just does something. And then we using that turmeric, give it a little turmeric. You know what that does. That's a lot of circulation, blood flow. A lot of this is blood circulation. A lot of these seasonings.
If you're an athlete, you want to incorporate some turmeric in your food. And you definitely want to make sure you pair it with a pepper, because your body will intake it much better. But the turmeric helps fight inflammation.
Pepper right there, those two together.
Oh yeah, these two. You could do these two together. You can actually make a tea. But turmeric is excellent for you. It will help keep your muscles from getting completely sore. And you want to match these up so that your body intakes it well. So turmeric, get you some turmeric. Cayenne pepper. These are items that are really good for you, especially for our athletes.
Oregano. These are the seasonings that we grow in oregano. Got a little paprika. I don't use it a lot, but I use it.
So I'm showing you these so that when you play back, or if you go on the RastaKitchen YouTube, you can screenshot, and then you can, take this information and go and purchase it for yourself. Because we really encourage you to get in the kitchen. For a long time, people think that this right here is, a lower servitude. Yeah, and actually, you can be the doctor of your family by using key ingredients that help their cells to repair.
That's especially for the cancers and all of that. Another good thing that fights off of that, I would say, moringa, the miracle tree.
Yeah, you were talking about. How do you make your tea?
With the moringa?
Yeah.
Basically, I just brew some good spring water, get it hot, and then add a teaspoon for about a cup and a half.
Okay.
Add a teaspoon, put a little lime in it. And if you got honey, if you do honey, put a little honey in it. I put maybe a little agave in it, just like a teaspoon of that. And just stir it up. And you can use it, or you can put it in your smoothies. You can do the smoothies with it, however you want to do it, your green smoothies. But that moringa, oh my God, that treats cancer, diabetes, Alzheimer's, blood pressure. It's like over 300 different things, prevent diseases, and also cures them. So that moringa, oh my God, go check out moringa and look up its benefits. It's worth it, definitely. That moringa, oh my God, and it has 19 of the 22 amino acids that the body needs.
Hold on, I'm gonna take them over here to see you do this. The other thing, if you're looking for some moringa, you can also go to the cherry auction. There is a table and people sell all the different teas and they talk about what it is.
Salt in it. You guys don't have to weigh it like that. I'm just doing it right here. It's kind of like, this is a tablespoon. I'm not gonna put the whole tablespoon because I'm gonna add a little bit later. So that's about a teaspoon right there. I'm just using a tablespoon spoon. So then with this cayenne pepper, I ain't gonna use a tablespoon for now. Extra hot. We want a spicy jambalaya. So
yes, I love spicy, so spicy is cool for me.
Oops, see that one? That's all good though. And that'll get it right there. A little paprika. This paprika gives it a rich, bold flavor. So we're gonna get about a teaspoon of that in here. And then as it's boiling and brewing, and go back and check the flavors on it and just add to it accordingly. And I'm gonna put almost a tablespoon of this oregano because I love oregano. Oregano is good too, especially the oregano oil. I love oregano. That's a lot, but that's a lot of liquid in there.
So again, all of these different spices, the food that's in here, all of this is a healing. Rockefeller, I read an article, and Rockefeller,
this is the white pepper,
looked at the pharmaceutical company as a way for him to continue to make money off of oil, because you need the oil in order to make the gelatin that covers the pills. So the interest that they have to keep you sick is turmeric. Okay.
Half a teaspoon of turmeric.
See, I be pouring like a whole bunch of turmeric. I love me some turmeric.
Yeah,
I even have it in a big old thing right there. So that's my turmeric right there. And I actually came across turmeric, or paid attention to it, in Belize.
Okay.
I learned a lot in Belize. So
definitely,
if you have an opportunity to travel and get to know any of the locals wherever you go, you can definitely learn a lot. So I'm thankful for my Belize trip that I took with Operation Kingdom with Sadie Wagner. That was my first experience with Belize.
This is just going to cook up so perfect. And then we're going to, as we go, taste it and see if we need to add more flavors, of course.
He's so gentle with the food. You're so gentle.
Yeah.
Lots of love.
Definitely.
So when I found out that the Rockefeller has a big entrance in people being sick, it really made sense why we see leaders in our community like Nipsey, Dr. Sebi, even a lot of doctors we haven't even heard about because they've been snatched before people could know what their results, their findings are. So
let's get this all the way to a good boil.
So kudos to you for making your transition And because this is part of the revolution, this is part of the rebellion, protesting because of the police brutality, the injustices that we've seen. And right now I'm just so disappointed in what went on with that one officer that went into the house, and the victim's family hugging. I don't know.
Judges, but you gotta, like for me understanding all polices and judges, they have a thing called qualified immunity. So they get immunity for wrongful deaths, or they call wrongful deaths or accidental deaths. They don't get penalized as a normal person would get penalized. They get treatment. And you can go look up qualified immunity for police officers. And you'll be surprised what you find. So
qualified immunity. Yeah. So that's something else for you, for us to pay attention to. Again, when you start eating clean, yeah, and she's probably only gonna do maybe three, yeah,
and that's gonna be in the
and probably his brother is gonna get with her the way he was wanting to hug her. I could not believe that. There would be nothing in my bones. Nothing in my bones that would want to hug somebody who killed my son.
What was his mission? What was he doing? Because it could have been, a planned murder.
It could have been. Yeah, I don't know his body language, the way he was like pulling on it, like he could barely speak, but he was. I don't know. It was weird.
How you
I don't see none of that. I don't see. But again, that's the.
We're gonna top it with this cilantro.
What happened? Oh, you're gonna chop some of that cilantro.
And then just dress it when it's all done. See, it's almost coming to a boil, and I love these gases because they gets it to a good boil. Sometimes the electric they cook too dang on fast, but this is gonna be perfect right when it gets in. And then one thing about this pot, this is a very thick pot too. It's a very thick pot.
I see you. So
it's a cooker's pot.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, definitely. See, it's coming up to a boil a little bit. And once it gets to a boil, we're gonna cover and simmer it for about 40 minutes until that rice cooks up, and season it up a little bit more. Probably when it's done, give it a little bit more season, toss and turn it a little bit, and then it's gonna be good.
Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you. We appreciate you. We're cooking up in the kitchen with a DiamondDP Master Vegan Chef. And what is it that you're cooking up for us today?
The vegan jambalaya.
Vegan jambalaya, using some great ingredients.
Jackfruit.
The jackfruit. So you can find this at Smart and Final, right?
These ones, yes. Smart and Final, and they're $1 cheaper than Whole Foods. And Whole Foods don't even carry the original. So Smart and Final, they got them beat right there too. So
we put some veggies in there, really pretty
veggies,
colors.
Red, green, and yellow bell peppers. We put tomatoes, red onion, garlic, celery stalks. We got the celery. We put the vegan sauces, of course. You have the packaging over there.
Yes, here's the packaging for the vegan sausage.
The Italian and the Chipotle, because we want that flavor. And these vegan sausages is good. If you're trying to get over your little meat habit or whatever, just don't consume them every day. Just Yeah, you want to. It has wheat gluten in it. And gluten, you would blow up if you just eat them. Gluten. It'll blow you up. You'll get weight.
That's my problem, because I be loving me some Johnny Cakes and some.
Gluten. I try to do a lot of gluten free, but then I consume gluten, but not all the time. But I'm saying this, because that gluten, I'm trying to lose all of my gut.
I don't see no gut. Y'all see any gut? Maybe you gotta show us. Let me see. Let me see the six pack in the kitchen.
Got a little bit more to go, but maybe
Let's see, can we get some hearts in the room if we want to see his six pack?
Oh my God! A few months ago, I was just sitting around eating. This was all out here.
So it is possible to gain weight as a vegan.
Definitely. I was gaining too much weight. Wasn't exercising or doing. I was like, man, I'm eating good. I'm healthy. I was like, oh no, I got to get on my workout thing. So started the summer. I just got all the way back serious with it, because I was doing like little push-ups and pull-ups here and there. But I'm on a serious workout routine right now. I'm pushing towards I want to say Christmas. I should be all the way almost where I want to be in body transformation and vegan strength. So I'm gonna start doing that also, and showing people how to get vegan gains and good strength being a vegan because they think you can't have strength and be shredded and have muscles as a vegan.
No, you
So,
definitely can.
Definitely.
Thank you, Chris Cash, for watching. We appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, Cousin Diane. I see you, Dee Dee. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Rich.
It tastes good right now.
Appreciate
But
it.
it's gonna be flavorful. See, that was just the first seasoning right there.
Okay. Yeah, so you basically season it up, and then whatever you feel you
And then
welcome
we're gonna
later,
add to
we're
it.
going to
As it
add.
cook down, we're gonna as this juice cook down and cook up in that rice. We're gonna definitely add to it. I like the bold, rich flavors because it's gonna be good with the sausages and jackfruit with all the veggies in there, the vegetable stock. It's gonna give it this flavor, but you need to add that flavor. You need to add that extra good flavor up in there. So it's basically to a boil right now. So we're gonna go ahead and put that down. Turn the heat down to a good medium low. But right there, that's a good medium low right there. And to check on the heat every here and there. And set the timer for about, let me make sure I get it perfectly. And set the timer to about, I keep going too high. Right there, that's cool.
It's very low. You could probably barely see it, but if you do
it's
have a
under
gas
there.
stove, you can
Yeah.
see that we're doing it just barely.
Because I don't want to cook it too fast. There it goes. That'll be good. And I just check on it. I'm going to simmer that. What time is it? I got my other phone right here. 104, so 144.
You want to put a timer on? I can put a timer on. What's your
yeah.
timer for?
40 minutes.
40 minutes? Okay,
Go
so we're going to
40
put a
minutes.
timer on, and then while that's going, we're going to be working
I'm
on...
going to prepare this vegan cornbread. The fun part. Get all of the ingredients ready for this. You got your measuring cups.
I do, right there on the table, on the purple table, right
here we
there. So, maybe you might be a little thirsty. I've got something for you.
Yes.
All right, so I went to the farmer's market. Thank you to my friend John Sears, who sometimes will give me a ride to the farmer's market. Otherwise, I have to cycle there. So today I didn't have to cycle there. Yay! But what I want to show you is some pomegranate juice.
Oh yeah.
This is
It's that season too.
pomegranate juice,
Pomegranate.
and the only thing that is in here is pomegranate. 100% pomegranate juice. All right, so this was $10 at the farmer's market, and I don't mind investing in it because I know there's nothing else in this juice.
Seriously.
So, have you ever had their pomegranate?
No, I haven't had. I had pomegranate juice, but I think it was that at the time when I was trying to do the pomegranate. What was that brand called? I forgot.
Palm.
The Palm. Yeah. So I don't think it was all there.
Usually those main brands will only have it concentrate.
Yeah.
So if you're really wanting like the juice ones, going to the farmer's market knowing that it's going to be in season, and I got this at the Vineyard Farmer's Market on Shaw and Blackstone.
Yeah, that's a good one, definitely.
And they're pretty consistent about being there, and sometimes they even have taste samples.
What are they on Wednesdays and Saturdays?
Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Yes.
And they do take EBT.
Definitely do.
So I guess you can test their juice. Give me some.
Oh yeah. This is very good. Rich.
Yes.
Oh yeah. This is real good.
That's the real deal.
Mm.
And so then if you really wanted to like spike it up a little bit, you could add some Hennessy. You know.
Some vodka in that thing.
Yeah, or some vodka, yeah. But you would, because a lot
Especially
of
as
them,
vegans, we want to stay away from dark liquor.
Oh, do we?
But you know it's hard. But so tequila, vodkas, things like that, they consider quote unquote vegan.
I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah, but even dark liquor though, it has a lot of sugar.
A lot of sugar.
A lot of sugar in it. You know, that's dark liquor, but that dark liquor gets you there. So Right now, I got 2 fists of tequila at home. I haven't messed with yet, cause
tequila gets me going. This right here, as soon as you open it or bring it home, 7 days. That's it. So this isn't something that you can
consume that
you gotta
immediately.
consume it. There's no preservatives in here. It's not made from concentrate. So
one day we're gonna have to get in here and juice some stuff up.
Yeah.
Because I know pomegranates is coming down right now, and I got a few people that are going to pick a lot of pomegranates for me. So
that's good.
Yeah.
And the other juice, if you don't have a juicer but you're wanting to get into the more juices, the other juice that you can find at Trader Joe's is this pineapple juice, not from concentrate. And this is about $3, and the ingredients right there.
Good.
Pineapple. So I'm gonna mix mine. I'm gonna add me some pineapple to my pomegranate, because
Real good.
that's, you know, we don't mind mixing it up. Do you want some pineapple juice in yours?
I'll just take the
You're good with that?
Yeah.
So
I love that. That's
he likes
good.
straight.
straight and uncut.
Okay, so let's talk about your.
I had just enough too. Yep, that's great.
Okay, it's divine. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take you guys off so you can see this mix up for the cornbread, right?
Yep. Yep.
So you just put in how much?
This is 1/3 cup.
1/3 cup.
That's about, I want to say, about 5 tablespoons in a teaspoon worth of oil.
And we use the coconut oil, correct?
Coconut oil, and this is the coconut sugar. We're using 2/3 cup coconut sugar, so I got a half and then a fourth. It's a little bit over, but I didn't fill it all the way up. So it's 2/3 cup coconut sugar, 1/3 cup of coconut oil. Then right here, all together is the cornmeal, is a cup in both of those jars. And then here we have the all-purpose flour. This is 1 cup, 1/4.
Where'd you get your flour at?
Where did I get this flour? I think I got this one at Smart and Final.
Okay.
It was it's organic, all-purpose, unbleached, organic flour. And then this is some hemp milk I made up this morning.
Oh, you made the hemp milk.
Yes.
Oh wow, we're gonna have to have a segment on the hemp milk.
Definitely. So this hemp milk right here. So we're gonna add all of these, put all the dry ingredients in there, and then we're gonna add the hemp milk and the oil in there. And then also we have the baking powder. We're gonna put a tablespoon of this baking powder in there, and then a teaspoon of salt. So we're gonna add them all up together, put all the dry ingredients in there.
So that's the flour.
That's the flour.
Very important to get organic, unbleached flour.
Definitely. And
Very,
I had the
very
cornmeal. I had to
important.
blend this cornmeal up in a NutriBullet this morning because it still had the chunks in it. And so you want your cornbread to be just fluffy and don't taste the cornmeal chunks. Sometimes it leaves in there, so I grounded it up real fine. So
Nice.
we're gonna add that up in there.
So this is the cornmeal.
That's the cornmeal. Add the cornmeal up in there. Dry ingredients. We're gonna add the coconut sugar. Coconut sugar. Add that up in there. Bam. A teaspoon of salt, or however you much. That's a half teaspoon. We're gonna put a teaspoon up in there. If I can find it. There you go. Don't want to come out. It's high. A teaspoon of salt. And then you want a tablespoon of.
So again, he's cooking up right now. He's making the cornbread,
Vegan cornbread.
the vegan cornbread. So instead of getting a box, he actually is showing us how we can do it.
This one is good too. This one is good.
A tablespoon
Yeah, a tablespoon. And for this
of
vegan-
baking powder.
Of the baking powder, yes. Get the rise for the rise. And now we're going to add the wet ingredients. So have the hemp milk, and this was, I think, this is a cup and 1/4. I want to say 1 1/4 cup, something like that. Let me just add it all up in there. And then you can use, if you're making this and you drink milk, you can just use regular milk, or you can use almond milk, or you can use coconut milk.
But we're trying to stay away from the cow titty juice.
Staying away from there.
No cow titty juice.
Definitely,
and this is
the coconut oil. Yes, about a third cup coconut oil. And then what I like to do to add a little bit of extra sweetening in. I like a little bit of sweet. I'm gonna go add a little bit. I'm gonna eyeball a tablespoon. I'm gonna go tell them that's a little under a tablespoon. We'll do that, and then take a spoon and grab a spoon right here. I'll grab this one like that. I like wooden spoons. I got a bunch of wooden spoons. I'm a wooden spoon guy. And then basically just mix it up.
Hey Sarah, thank you for joining us, just beautiful. Thank you for the heart too. So
we have our pan here. We're gonna reuse this.
Wooden spoons. He was just talking about the wooden spoons, and I hadn't had any. And I see a lot of chefs cooking with wooden spoons, so I went and got me a set.
I love the wooden spoons, and we're basically gonna do this and just incorporate everything. Just gonna incorporate everything real good. Give or take.
So he's making that cornbread dough right now. As the jambalaya is cooking up, we have the timer on for that.
Actually, add a little bit more.
Thank you, everyone who just joined us. Please share the video. Share. We are cooking up in the Rasta Kitchen.
Add a little bit more water in it to thin it out just a little bit.
Well, I'm wanting you to see how this works, and the spring water is right there.
Just a little drop. Thin it out, son.
We want to make sure that we use not tap water. Stay away from your tap water when cooking. Start to use the spring water.
That should give it what it needs right there. You want a consistency in it. Make sure you mix it up real good.
So again, eating plant-powered food is going to be beneficial to your cells. It's going to help you, especially for those of you that are wanting to shed some pounds. You can do what Nathaniel Jordan talks about, G-bombs. G-bombs, what are they? Greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries, and seeds. So if you stick with the G-bombs, that will help you to shed some weight. I know I'm trying to focus more on it. But every now and then I put the F in there, flour.
Moringa does a good job.
Moringa too, okay. You're gonna have to get so he's adding a little bit more water to get that consistency correct.
Yeah. Just a little bit as we go. We don't want it soupy now. Then we're gonna have to add a little bit more flour.
Right. Yeah, it's always, hey Riley, thank you, Impressed for watching. I appreciate you. Hey Victor, hey Marvin. Thank you.
We want it to flow inside the pot. And then I can see I'm gonna need a little, just maybe a little bit more, but we want the consistency though. Just make sure everything's incorporated. To where it's like it's gonna pour out, but not soupy looking. We want some thick, fluffy cornbread. See, I'm just twisting it like that just to incorporate everything. That's a good consistency right there.
So show them how you were testing the consistency.
Just to see if it pours out a little bit. See?
There we go, okay.
Yeah. If it's too thick, then it won't cook right. It won't bake right, should I say.
So today, Master Vegan Chef DiamondDP is cooking up some jambalaya. And we are looking for taste testers. So if there's someone that's close by, you know, hit the inbox so you can come and taste some of this great gourmet.
Cook this on 400.
Okay, so we set it to 400. All right.
Okay, let's use some grape seeds. I guess coat the pan.
Yep, whatever you wish.
Switch up a little bit. Is that wet right there? Let me see.
So he's gonna coat up the pan right now with grapeseed. Grapeseed oil is great for high temperatures. So for your frying, so if you're gonna try the fried cauliflower, you want to use that grapeseed oil.
You want to oil the pot up, or if you got that non-stick stuff or parchment paper, the parchment, I said parchment, the parchment paper. But I like just using the oil. So we just oil the entire pot. Get it all in there. We good. Let me put this back. Let's get the pour.
I just want to see if we can see how this pours. I'm going to come over your shoulder here.
Perfect.
So you can see the consistency of the cornbread.
It's thick, but it's not too thick, and it's working.
There's what are those spatulas in that drawer too? Mm-hmm. Right there in that drawer. Want to make sure we put everything to good use.
Definitely.
So this again is the cornbread that he cooked up from
scratch.
From scratch. No box. By the way, if you are going vegan and you're used to using Jiffy, you want to pay attention because Jiffy does use pork. They use pork in their ingredients.
I haven't had no Jiffy cornbread.
So, I know, me too. So you want to look for, if you're stuck on wanting to use Jiffy, just try to get the...
It is not hard at all.
It's not from...
It's not hard at all. It's not hard at all. On the side a little bit, but we just go even it out a little bit.
So again, you want to be careful with the Jiffy brand because they do have pork in their ingredients. So even if you were somebody who was wanting to stay away from pork, maybe you ate chicken still, your Jiffy will have the pork in there. So you would have to look for the one that says no pork. Or even better, you can go back on this live and watch how Diamond did this. You can go on YouTube. This will be uploaded to YouTube today. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to RastaKitchen on YouTube. That's where a lot of these recipes will be up there. Thank you. Oh, let's see. Lift that up. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's going to be so good. So good.
And then preheated this, so we're gonna cook this about 20-25 minutes. I put it on the bottom rack and cook a little faster. Put it on the bottom rack. So 20 to 25 minutes right there, like that, and let that go. And basically, we just waiting now.
So we're just waiting.
This the time we needed a bottle of wine.
That I know. I only have pomegranate juice.
Pomegranate.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna close out this live, and we will be back. We want to thank you guys for joining the cook up, and we'll be back to show you how this all came out.
Yeah.
All right.